Today I want to discuss some alternatives to the SM57 microphone. The Shure SM57 microphone has been an industry standard since it came out in 1965. It is used for many different applications, which include using it to mic up guitars, guitar amplifiers, snare drums and cymbals, as well as a wide array of instruments and recording techniques. It is known as a rugged workhorse that always does its job. It produces the mid-rangey sound we've come to know and love from the SM57 mic. If you've ever been to a gig anywhere around the world, the chances of an SM57 being involved in the live rig is exceptionally high. It is one of the best-selling microphones for a reason. But what if you're looking for an alternative? The good news is that there are plenty of alternatives to the SM57 on the market. But before going through these alternatives, we have to answer a few questions to help direct your buying choice. Before buying an SM57 alternative, one has to know why they are looking to do so. Answering the following two questions will help determine this. Question 1. Do you want a similar sound or different sounding microphone? And question 2. Are you looking for a budget or premium alternative? Anyway, now we can review my top Shure SM57 alternatives. Number 1. The Audix i5 dynamic microphone. The mic is very similar in price to the SM57. Their application is also identical. However, in my opinion, I'd say it is better suited for snare drums as it produces a slightly brighter sound. But more importantly, it produces a more direct response. All in all, it is still a very similar alternative at the same price point. Number 2. The Pile Pro dynamic mic. This looks exactly like an SM57 and is a clone at a fraction of the price. Basically, you can get 3 of these for the price of one SM57. The build and quality is definitely not as good. But I was surprised by the decent sound I could get out of these. This budget alternative will produce slightly higher mids than the 57. I wouldn't take these out on the road. But for home demo recordings, they are definitely worth the price. Number 3. The Audio-Technica MD421. This is a very popular alternative, especially for its price. It works well for all the same applications as the Shure SM57, except it is a tad brighter. The Audio-Technica has a lot of positive reviews, with some even claiming it to be better than the 57. It does feature an on-off switch which the SM57 does not. Number 4. The Lewitt MTP440DM. Like the Shure, it is a very rugged microphone. It is in the same price range as the SM57. However, it is said to be clearer in tone than the 57. This microphone is often used to mic up snare drums, of which it does a fantastic job. Number 5. The Sennheiser E906. The E906 by Sennheiser is the best Shure SM57 alternative for guitar amps. This particular microphone is designed specifically for miking up guitar amps. It gives a well-rounded and full tone and has 3 switchable modes, including bright, medium and dark. Although it can be used alone, ironically you'll often see them being used in conjunction with an SM57. Lastly, number 6. The Sennheiser MD421. This is an exceptionally good dynamic microphone for all instruments. However, it is definitely more expensive than the SM57. The MD421 shines best when being used on guitar amps and snare drums. It has a lower mid-range focus, whereas the 57 is a bit brighter. It also rejects feedback very well. Finally, it has the ability to roll off bass with 5 different switchable options. And that wraps it up for my top alternatives to the Shure SM57. If you'd like to hear sound test and comparisons between these microphones, I've left links in the description. If you enjoy this type of content, feel free to subscribe. Thanks so much.